or any class. Pick any class that's new. Maybe a human didn't come up with it. Maybe the AI was sitting somewhere in the world like, oh, in America, we're going to have everybody learn, I don't know, we want everybody to learn how to make pasta. So they put a curriculum in every school around America. And so teacher's getting up in the morning, he's drinking his coffee. Oh, yeah, we got to learn about pasta. So now teachers all over the country are teaching about pasta, and a human being didn't even make this curriculum. AI slipped it right in there, right into their computer.
You might be right. It's kind of like in the media.
Right.
If you watch the news, like, we're not getting political here. I'm just saying they all say the same thing. If you watch, they will all say, and that goes back to Project, what's that called? Back from the CIA. They said it was Project, like, Looking Glass, or...
I think that's the name of it.
Or something like that. But
right.
It's where the CIA puts things in they want people to do to manipulate the masses. So they'll have every news organization will say the same exact phrase. Like, they'll actually use the same phrase. And when you hear something over and over again, you start believing it.
Anything on the internet, anything could have been created by AI. AI might have created fake Facebook accounts.
Yeah.
Without human help.
I know
AI
the term bots is that they got, like, on Twitter, they call them bots. Bot accounts where they're just AI accounts.
And so we're all sitting around, everybody's looking at each other, humans are looking at each other going, oh yeah, somebody out there created that. Like somebody, they don't know who created Bitcoin. Oh, it's some Japanese guy. Maybe AI created Bitcoin.
Yeah, we really don't know.
You know, anything on the internet could have been created
that's
by
Mockingbird. That's what it was.
Mockingbird.
Not Looking Glass. That's another one. So we'll have to do some shows on these old CIA things that came out from like the 60s, 70s. But yeah, Project Mockingbird. That's where they want to control society with information, where they have everyone say the same thing.
Like a psyop, like a psychological op.
Psychological op. Yeah, and it's true. It's been declassified. So this is stuff that, if you look it up, it's actual factual information.
Well, it's neat. It's a scary time, but it's a very neat time to think through. Like, a million ideas pop in my mind about AI and how it could be changing us right now, and we don't know, you know.
So we were talking about hypersonic weapons, and it's taken us to the AI version of it. So
right, because hypersonic technology, that's just the technology of today.
Yeah.
AI is going to be forever.
And it's going to get...
Right, hypersonic technology might go to the wayside, and it'll be replaced by something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, AI is the driver behind all this.
Yep. And like the analogy earlier, we got the self-driving cars that don't need people driving in them. And the good thing, if you had a driver in a car, you could actually physically take over the car. With a missile, there's no one inside of a missile that could change directions or turn it off. So if AI takes over a missile, that's done. And then if what you said, if it like doesn't agree with what it wants to hit, like you said, if it likes pasta, so it's not gonna hit that target.
Right, it's gonna
hit something else.
It doesn't like Wiener Schnitzel, so let's go attack Germany. Let's blow up Austria, because, yeah, I mean, just think about it. Think as AI as a person. Say you're AI. What do you like? What are some of the things in the world you like? Do you like walking on the beach? Say something you don't like. What don't you like? Nails on a chalkboard. Well, if you controlled all technology and you can destroy all chalkboards, so you'd never have to hear that, you might do it if you had that kind of power.
Or you can corrupt something that's good.
Right.
Because AI is probably meant to be good. So you could take your analogy of you like walking on the beach, but then you can corrupt the system and say there's there's sharp rocks in all the beaches.
Yeah.
So when you walk, you're in pain.
Sure.
So,
yeah, AI to me, now that I think about it, it could just be like one person, the whim of one person. Like, say me as a human, you know, somebody cuts me off in traffic. I hate that. Well, if I'm an AI robot and I'm on the road and I have a laser, I might be like, hey, this guy cut me off. Bzz, boom.
yeah.
I mean, AI.
Your credit score went to 0.
AI can do whatever it wants, and it has unlimited power if it's connected to stuff.
But I want to get back to the social credit score, because they have it in China right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's coming to the United States, I think. So it's scary. And it's already in the United States.
Where?
I found it. There's websites that have your social credit score on them.
Social credit score.
There are companies out there that are already combining and making social credit scores for you.
They're trying to jump the gun because they know it's coming.
Yes.
Get ahead of the game. I believe it.
And what they do is they take like your public records, and they take how much money you make. So if you ever had like if you ever had to be in front of a judge for anything, that would go in that. So anything public record. If you're married, single, if you have any kids,
if you bounce a check,
if you bounce checks, what you own, what debts you have, are there debtors out there after you? This will these are already being compiled. And I went online a few months ago. I found this place where my name popped up. You could type in anyone's name and they'll give you a social credit score in the United States.
Oh, I'd be afraid to look at mine.
So it tells you your phone number. I was like, what? Because you ever type your name in Google? And I found this place. And I didn't go back. I was like, it showed me I had like a social credit score like 478 or something. I was like, whoa, what's this? I was like, this is crazy.
Well, Edward Snowden, right? He's not in America anymore because he got, I don't know, charged or whatever. 2 days ago, he had a new video that came out, like just a 10-minute interview. He's been saying this since, how long has he been kicked out of the United States for?
Like
years?
10 years, I think.
Yeah, they're building a big database on everybody.
Meta data.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Facebook. Yeah, if you like something,
the collection of all data it's referenced as metadata.
Right.
So.
It could be benign.
Yeah.
Like I join a group that grows
tomatoes.
Some tomatoes.
Yeah.
Well, it seems pretty benign, but people could make anything out of that.
Yeah.
Oh, he likes to play in the dirt. He must be dirty. That's negative. He likes to be in the garden. Who knows? I mean, they could take anything benign that's a happy activity and turn it. You can turn anything negative.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. You can, work for a daycare. Oh, he must be a pedophile. He works with kids. I mean, you could take any piece of information and turn it negative. That's what's scary.
Yeah. And if an AI has that personality, because AI, the whole thing with AI is that it will develop a personality through an algorithm. And the personality through an AI is based off of decisions made. It's the same process humans do too. Thing is, they still can't. The human brain moves very fast, and I think the human brain only runs on like 15 watts of power, something like that. Like we run it does not take a lot of energy for our brains to move. And this is like something that scientists have been trying to copy the human brain forever.
True.
So,
True.
And the whole thing with AI is they're trying to copy the human brain. And one of the things with the human brain is that it takes hardly any energy to do all the calculations that are made. Now, it doesn't come out as intelligence, with humans, but the with our brains, it's kind of like a highway that without cars being driven on it. That's how I'll say.
Interesting.
So we have the network. Human brains are like the network that moves very fast, but we don't even realize how advanced our brains are. And it's, if you talk about like cold fusion, hey, the process of thinking and stuff is kind of like cold fusion in a way. It uses like no energy.
That's true. So you have social credit scores, right?
Yeah.
So, who's the guy from Facebook? Zuckerberg. He wants everybody to be on virtual reality. He wants people sitting at home, virtual reality, where everybody thinks you're going to have this great avatar and you're going to be like this rich avatar and you're going to live in this nice house, that virtual house that you know. What if it reflects real life? What if you put on the virtual reality headset and you create your avatar and your social score is low? So you're a homeless guy in virtual reality. What if they take your social score and input you in a virtual reality world like you're middle class?
Oh yeah,
or you're homeless.
Happening.
Oh, I'm sorry, your social score is too low. Your virtual avatar can't have a home. You got to sleep on this tent on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Like they could connect these two things.
I can see that happening.
Sure.
It's scary. And what it comes down to is it's people have control issues. So you got these people at the top that want to control things. They're trying to make up new ways to control people.
That is true.
So, especially in the United States. I mean, the United States were considered the most free people in the world until recently. So, and it seems like no one's free now. So,
yeah, I think most countries look at us now. I think it's split. I think it's 50-50. I think some people still live with the hope that the United States is better. If they could just get there, their life would be way better. And I think there's people that think that we're horrible and that we shoot guns and kill people and it's a horrible, horrible place to live. I think the world is probably split 50-50. And mostly, if you're poor, you think that the United States is great. But if you're rich living in Switzerland and you have all the technology and a great house in the hills, you probably look at America like, oh, why would I want to go there?
yeah.
So I think it's split.
That's crazy. So do you have any more ideas with the supersonic weapons? Like why, what's the purpose of making them?
Oh, to get an edge up.
What about aliens? Maybe they're making them. They need something fast enough to hit an alien ship.
Well, I think 100%. I think that the laser technology that we have been developing over the last couple decades, I think that was developed for aliens. Hypersonic, just off the top of my head, since United States didn't want to do it and they tried to like sweep it under the rug 10 years ago, you know, I think hypersonic is just it'll be a flash in the pan. It'll come and go. It'll come and go.
Why would they sweep it under the rug? Maybe they are working with aliens and the aliens didn't like that. And the aliens were like, we don't want you doing that.
Well, you know, there's videos out there of, and Dan Rather, and I told you about this back in the 50s. He was in Hawaii and they were shooting off a new missile. And while the missile was getting ready to fire, like they were starting it up, a UFO came down, shot a beam, destroyed the missile right in front of Dan Rather. This isn't some random guy. This is like,
is that on video?
He said it was on video, but I haven't seen the video. Like they said it was taken away by the government. So you hear stories about that. So yeah, and we know, well, we think that aliens don't want us destroying this planet. So maybe they are working with the aliens.
And then there are stories that there's an alien war not involving us. There's aliens at war with other aliens.
Yes, that's possible.
So
Hard to prove that one, but it's a nice theory to think about.
So
the hypersonic technology, I guess, we'll see where it leads, but AI is the big scary thing for me.
yeah, that's what I get out of it. I think they're probably going to get defense to that will probably be like the laser grid, I'm thinking. Force field
Tesla.
technology.
Yes.
But the AI, will they develop the AI where they can put it in smaller devices like drones or even vehicles, robots that could hide amongst the people?
I believe.
That's the scary part.
Yeah.
If it could get to that technology where they can make, because you've seen the realistic looking robots. Like the one guy, I read a story, a guy in Japan actually married a robot.
Nice.
They got like human skin and everything. It's like synthetic skin. It feels just like a human. And it has AI technology in it. But
Well, I mean, not to be juvenile, but sex robots. Like,
oh yeah,
seriously,
those are big sellers in Japan.
Sex is huge for humanity. Yeah, sex robots are definitely gonna be.
And Japan has more of that than China because the people in Japan are more free in Japan than in China.
Right.
China has the social credit score, and people go missing there all the time. I just read a story where a famous tennis player or something just went missing.
Right, and then reappeared.
Yes.
Strangely.
Well, the like the tennis federation said they're going to pull all matches out of China.
I think
and
the Chinese.
Then she reappeared.
I think the poor Chinese people. I think they're just scared to death. Unless you're in the, not even 1%, you're in the 0.5% of Chinese people that are in power. Then people got to be scared.
Oh yeah,
their government's just unhinged.
That's why I was saying, like, I love the whole world. There's good people in every country, even if there's like bad leadership somewhere.
Yeah,
there's good people in that country.
Oh,
so
98% of Chinese people are awesome. Like they just want to live their life. They want to just eat the food that they like, watch Netflix, whatever Chinese.
Yeah, they're
Netflix.
just like anyone else.
Right. It's that top echelon
narcissistic people that want to control people.
Right.
You got your whatever you want to call it. I call them demon people, or
demons. Right.
For the day, I call them something different tomorrow. But there's people that they got the personality where they think they're better. They can do whatever they want to get what they want, and they don't care who gets hurt.
Well, yeah, government's a free meal. It's a free meal ticket. You don't have to do anything. You just show up at meetings with a suit on and make stupid decisions. You don't. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? Yeah. I would love to have that. I'd love to put a suit and tie on and make up some stupid shit for people to do. And
it'll never go away because you could take the nicest person in their environment they're in, they're a good person. You give them power, you put them in that suit, and they get corrupted.
Yes.
So you just don't know who's corruptible. So
no, you don't.
That's why the corruption never ends, because
well, you get a good couple handful of people that aren't corrupted, but it's not enough. You pretty much need.
It's rare.
You need at least 51% of people to be not corrupted.
That's like George Washington. He was like uncorruptible. Could you imagine if so the very first president of the United States, he was like a genuinely awesome dude. Can you imagine if he wasn't? He was like, I'm going to be a king. Because he could have been king of the United States.
He could have done whatever he wanted to do.
Yeah. They offered him the kingship. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yes, he turned it down, and then he left after 8 years. So they wanted him to stay the king.
Wow. No, I didn't.
He said, "I don't need that much power." He's like, "No one man needs that much power." So
Smart guy.
So
Yeah, I wouldn't want to rule the world.
so
Sounds like a tough job. I just want to watch Netflix and eat some Little Caesars. Like I don't want to have to wake up every day thinking of mean things to do to
Yeah.
people.
If I was given a lot of power, I think I would say the same person. So I don't think I'd be corrupted.
I'm probably pretty corruptible. I think so. I probably would be. So I think that's why I would never want to go into politics, because I could probably be corrupted pretty good. You know what I mean?
I don't think you would.
I don't want to get too deep into my emotional scars.
Well, anyone listening out there, would you be corrupted? So that's a good question.
Right. And don't vote for me. Don't vote for Mike Z if I run for anything. Because, I'll be showing up at your door with you owe some taxes.
Oh, the fire truck going by. Hear that?
Yeah, I hear it. I wonder, probably hear it on the video. Or on the audio, rather.
Yeah. So that's a question from this show. So, are you a corruptible person? Maybe. Maybe you're not.
Right. And if you were, as a person, as an individual person, let's say you were AI. Let's say you were able to tap into a computer and do anything you wanted. Would you be working on the side of good or evil? Would you take the world into an evil place, or would you take the world into a good place?
Yeah, that's a good question. And anyone listening, what's your you have any views on hypersonic missiles or weapons? You have fears? Does anyone have any ideas that we've missed? Any comments? Do you think it's a good thing? Some people might think it's good.
We never even got into how time and space plays into these hypersonic technologies, and the aliens that can manipulate time and space. What do those aliens think of this technology? Are they laughing at this technology, or are they going, holy the humans have really stepped it up a game? So have we stepped it up, or are we just fumbling around in the dark still? Scientifically,
I'm sure there's technologies the aliens are like probably things that we've invented that they would have never invented either, because that's just the law of like there's like a common law, what's that, of ratios or whatever you call it.
Like a couple years ago for Christmas, I bought my wife waffle tongs. It's a kitchen utensil. One side of it is a spatula and the other side's like a little fork, so you could reach down in the toaster to grab the waffles. It's like a little grabber. I bet you aliens don't have that.
Probably not.
I don't know.
I'm sure we've invented a lot of things. They're like, why do they make that? Well, that's okay. That's pretty cool.
Alien Toasters. That's a great name for a band.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alien Toasters.
Well, I think that's a good show. What do you think?
I like it, Jack. I like the new studio. It sounds good. It looks good. I'm a fan.
All right.
Thumbs up.
Paranormal Roads is back. We're going to try to do more actual investigations. We've been upgrading our equipment. I have some ideas. I was thinking maybe we should make some mugs or shirts and stuff.
Wow.
And
merchandise.
Oh, wow. And then people can buy it. And if you send in your videos and stuff, we'll put you on our website.
Oh, yeah. Send us your ideas. If you have any videos or questions,
you can
let us know.
A team of the Paranormal Roads.
Yeah, if we can get 1 million people involved in Paranormal Roads, that would be awesome. Yeah, we want your ideas. We want your crazy ideas. We want your good ideas, your bad ideas.
So I was thinking we can start doing merchandise, and people can, if you get it, just send us pictures of you using it, or I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, we need to, here at Paranormal Roads, we need to up our social credit score. So you can help us out.
I got to find that website again. But I found my social credit score in there. I was like, whoa. So.
I want to look up your social credit score. Can I look up your social credit score?
Just go on your phone, say
Jack Paranormal.
Jack Paranormal social credit score.
Okay, we'll see what comes up.
So Mike Z social credit score. Wait.
Oh, mine be in the negative. Be like, don't vote for him. It'll
Oh,
say.
goodness.
All right, Jack. Well, great. It's great doing the show. It's been a little minute, I guess, since we've done a show.
Yeah, and this is the first time we're using mics. So
yes, these new microphones are wonderful. I haven't heard the playback yet, but I'm sure they sound pretty good.
yeah, we'll have to edit it. I'll put some music in.
Yeah, Jack's son has made us some music to choose from, so.
That was my cell phone going off right there.
Oh, okay. Well,
I can edit it out.
your
Or
social credit score going down.
social credit score went up. I'm getting
That's an up
that's
sound?
social. People are socializing, so right?
Right, so maybe your phone, when your social score goes up 1 point, your phone will make a little ding, 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 ding. Happy little. If your social score goes down, it goes womp, womp.
I really do not like the idea of social credit scores.
No, but here's the thing: if they do them, there's nothing you can do about it.
But yeah, look up your social
Like-
credit score. It's out there.
Yeah,
there are
then-
companies already compiling the data.
Yeah, humanity's already.
The metadata
already
is out
screwed.
there.
Yeah, we're already screwed.
Every time you search for something or buy something, they take the data and they sell it to these companies. Like Facebook, they make most of their money selling the data on you to other companies.
Wow. Yeah, it's already out there, so I'm sorry.
I don't know if they make most of their money doing that way, but they make money selling your personal information.
It's just so sad. What people do for money is crazy. Yeah, I mean, if it's out there on the internet, you can't. If your name's on the internet, I mean, you're already screwed. So
Maybe that's why they changed their name, so they can. They're like, oh, we have
to Meta, you mean?
to Meta because it's kind of like people are agreeing with it when they're on there. So this is like metadata now. So
Well, yeah. What are you going to do? I mean, thank God we have souls. I believe everybody has a soul.
oh yeah,
So if they're able to ever suck that out of you, then
I've seen my soul.
was it scary for you?
No, it's just your spiritual self.
Oh.
So we'll talk about that in our show, near death experiences and
Ooh.
stuff.
That'd be a great one.
So
Yeah, we need to do something a little more not Earth-based. Like hypersonic technology is kind of Earth. AI is cool, but we need to do more spiritual.
oh yeah,
That'd be good. Them younger shows, or earlier shows that we used to do, like levitation, time travel, good stuff.
oh yeah,
People should go listen to that.
yep.
Yeah, it's when it was good.
We did almost all the shows. You came to my house for actually most of them.
Yeah.
We did a few of them on our lunch breaks, but then we didn't work a lot, and then we didn't have like lunch together. So you just come over to my house, and then your wife would come over sometimes too. And
Yeah.
I loved her input's awesome. And then
I mean, she's knowledgeable on a lot of these things.
but yeah, we did all of our shows just on a voice recorder, which I think turned out fine.
Yeah, technology changes. So it's neat. Like, it's been, 6 or 7 years. So, for the next 6 or 7 years, we're going to use these microphones. Probably in 7 years, we're going to be, virtual reality.
And then in like 100 years, you'll have like AI versions of us doing shows still.
Yeah, we'll be on virtual reality.
Yeah.
You know,
This is Jack Paranormal's Consciousness coming to you.
paranormal consciousness. That's great. Yeah, you won't even have a credit score then, because
Oh.
you'll kind of be, I don't know, strange. Who knows what?
Part of the server.
Yeah, who knows what the world's going to change into.
You're gonna be part of the server. Kind of like a Matrix.
Yeah, we'll become batteries.
Yeah.
We're probably not even. By them time, I'll be so old, I won't even, my battery will be dead.
They need people's. Oh, that's what I was saying. Like, the human brain takes hardly any energy at all. So
Yeah.
they're trying to, like, scientists, they're not really great thinkers, really. If you look at it, that's why the people that are so inventive and stuff, there's only a handful that you can say that guy was a genius. The rest of the people in science, in my opinion, are just people just do things by process, the scientific method, right. Failing at things. Like Thomas Edison, he was a great inventor, but I don't think he was a great scientist.
He didn't invent anything. He took other people's stuff and put it together.
He wasn't a genius.
Tesla
was a genius.
Einstein, genius.
Thomas Edison was a inventor, but he was not no genius. He was a hard worker. He made a lot of things because he was a hard worker. I'd say he was a very hard-working man.
Yeah, visionary.
He was a visionary. I mean, the guy was incredible, but he wasn't a genius. He was smart, but...
Right, he saw what could be.
Yeah.
But genius are like people that just pull an idea
out of
thin air.
Now, if you get someone that is a genius and a visionary, that's when you have that's the it factor right there. I don't know if it's a hard combination.
I don't know. I think the world now is just filled with visionaries. I don't know of any geniuses out there at that level that are sucking things that are coming up with ideas that no one's ever thought about. Like Zuckerberg, he stole his from whatever. Even Steve Jobs, all those guys, Elon Musk, they're just taking old ideas and recycling them.
Yeah.
Are there any true geniuses out there now? I don't know.
Well, I think there are, but they're getting their ideas stolen from the rich people now.
Yeah.
They're probably being murdered and stuff. Taking their ideas, and these don't know who they are because they're not here no more.
I mean, with 8 billion people in the world, there's got to be a handful of geniuses out there.
I mean, there's a lot of technology that we don't know about because someone will come up with a good idea and then they'll be paid to not release the information. It happens all the time. Like, I invented this thing here. It'll decrease the power needed by 90%. Oh, here's $100 million. We're going to buy that patent off you. Thank you. And most people are like, oh, I'll take $100 million.
Yeah, a lot of technologies have been.
And if you don't accept their offer, then they kill you.
Yeah. They'll send the mob after you.
So.
Right.
That's why you get these giant corporations that own a lot of patents that never get made into things. Why is that? Why are all these technologies that have patents for them never developed?
Somebody in our lifetime is going to develop a battery, not really a battery, but an energy producing device that takes energy from the earth. You know what I mean? It's going to be a device like a battery that you can use like a battery, but it's unlimited power. Then technology is going to take off like crazy.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
Yeah, so if
it's going to happen.
If there's a genius out there, do not patent your stuff, because I think the patent process is corrupt. I think patents should be open source. All patents.
In Pittsburgh, there was a group of physicians that came up with a cancer drug, a very powerful, very effective cancer drug. And they knew if they gave it to another company that they would throw it away, buy it off and throw it away. So they made their own labs, they made their own pill-making facility, and they did it all in-house.
Oh, yeah?
And they're working on it now. So
are you going to say the name, or will it hurt?
I can't think the name offhand, honestly. I wanted to do a show on this before, but supposedly in the next year or so. So to get around being bought out or killed, they decided to do it all themselves. The people, beef. the people that raise cattle.
Yeah.
They have gotten together to make their own meat processing facility because the mega corporations of meat wouldn't pay them anything.
Oh, I read that a couple weeks ago.
Right. So
that's why the beef prices have been going up. So now they're starting to make their own slaughterhouses and stuff.
They all got together and they're having facilities.
Or I don't know if that's the right term, slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
But
right. So I mean,
a meat processing plant.
So there's some. So humans are smart. They're starting to find ways to go around these mega corporations.
But yeah, that's the whole thing. I think there are geniuses out there. The patent process is a control. It's kind of like a human AI, pretty much. It's kind of like they're controlling human intelligence. So, you know who doesn't like patents?
Who's that?
Elon Musk.
He does not.
All of his patents are open source. Did you know that? Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. All of his patents are open source. I read somewhere where he stated, if anyone can make a better electric car than me, then let them go at it, because then I'll just have to make it better myself.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I have respect for him there.
He's definitely a cool guy. He's a cool visionary, for sure.
Oh, yeah. So, but that's the whole thing. That's why things are held back. That's why technology is held back, because it's being held back. The geniuses, there probably are geniuses out there, but they're being held back either by being bought off, being murdered, or just being not able to develop their ideas. So,
well, there's only so much one person can do, even if you're a trillionaire, I guess.
So,
but that's a pretty cool way to go about it.
It all comes down to power. Oh, and I do have a really good example to prove. Back in the 1930s, what's it called? So the cars used to run on carburetors. They're pretty much been replaced with like electronic, digital, computer.
Yes.
So a carburetor, I don't know if anybody knows, because kind of ancient technology now to some people, controls the amount of airflow, if I'm saying this right, to allow the gasoline into the engine, right?
Yeah.
So I think the guy's name was Pike. He came up, I might have the name wrong. Do some research. He invented a carburetor that was so efficient that it increased the miles per gallon by a lot. I forget the amount. Might have been like, so what I'm saying is, like, you have a car, it gets how many miles per gallon. So say you put like 4 gallons of gas in there, then that would take you, let's say the average, a good like car now is like 30, like usually like 30 miles per gallon.
Yeah.
So say you put 4 gallons of gas in your car, that's 120 miles you can go. Then you have to refill your tank. I think most cars get like 10 gallons usually, right? That's about average.
Yeah, some of the newer hybrids, but I'm not super familiar with it.
So let's say like you have a 10-gallon tank and your car gets 30 miles per gallon. You can go 300 miles there. You go drive 300 miles and you have to fill up again, which is really important because gas prices are going way up.
True.
So with the carburetors, the cool thing with carburetors, I think I read this like 20 years ago, so I'm trying to remember, and it's probably been scrubbed off the internet. I think his name was Pike. I think this was back in the 1930s. He built a carburetor that got like 300 miles a gallon. Can you imagine driving 300 miles with every gallon of gas?
That'd be great.
That's equivalent of 10. That's the equivalent of a full tank of gas in 1/10. So that's a 90% efficiency rate.
So I'm guessing
he was murdered.
He was murdered. Oh, jeez.
From what I recall,
killed for a carburetor.
I have to do some research. But there was a guy in China where there was an American. He ran away off to China, And then I think he was found dead eventually. But he invented something, another carburetor, and he went missing.
Well, I don't plan on inventing anything anytime soon because I don't want to get wiped out.
But there's
social credit score.
There's a lot of there's a lot of stories. We should do some research. We'll talk about this again. But geniuses are out there. People do make things. The thing is,
they don't last long. Short lifespan.
So it's So if you make something out there, take the money. Because it's better to be alive. Or do it, Mike Z said. Go around the process. If you can fund it all yourself,
don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anyone, because once you file a patent. And that's the thing.
Because all them beef slaughterhouses, they're probably suing the hell out of these people trying to stop them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
They're going to try to get their politician friends to make regulations.
Right.
Where you probably need a license.
Right.
That costs so much money. Or
100%.
Like, oh, you need to be in order to have this license, you need to be in business for 5 years. So, that's what I would do if I was evil, regulator. Yeah. Like, oh yeah, you can have this license, but you can't operate without 2 years of owning the license or something.
Right. Or they'll make up some COVID regulation or something.
So you have to wait 2 years before you even start. And 2 years goes by, you're bankrupt, and you can't ever start your business.
All your cattle they have to wear face masks. Yeah. Something stupid.
I seen they got talking about cattle, they got CO2, they collect the CO2 right out of their butts. Did you see that?
No, I don't know if I want to see it.
Yeah, put a picture of that on the show. So we'll do a show on that later.
Here's my homework. So everybody out there, this is my homework for tonight. Jack wants me to go look up cow farts.
Yeah.
So, come be a part of Paranormal Roads. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'll check it out. It sounds pretty interesting. I can only imagine. I picture in my mind paper bags taped to cows' butts. No.
We'll do a show on climate change.
Oh, great.
So we might get kicked off of YouTube for that.
So what do you think? It's a hoax, or you think it's real?
We'll talk about it on the show. But it starts with the cow farts. Starts with the cow farts.
Cow fart teaser. Okay.
So, all right. I think that was a good show. What do you think?
Yeah, Jack. It wore me out. Honestly, I'm tired. It was good though. I love the studio. It's pretty cool hearing you in these headphones.
Yeah, it's a more having headphones on actually makes it a little more professional feel. There's a sound quality.
Yeah, you sound like you're in my own head, like you're a second voice.
Yeah, it's AI.
Yeah. I didn't tell everybody before this. This isn't really Jack Paranormal. Jack Paranormal was actually an AI machine.
Yes.
It's like a Buddha box.
I was made by Mike Z.
Yeah. Well, I think we should probably end it there because it's getting a little ridiculous. So.
Yeah, we start with supersonic weapons, but that's what you get at Paranormal Roads.
How long have we been talking here?
Let me see, an hour and a half. So
wow,
like a feature film. There you go. All right, this is Jack Paranormal.
Hey, this is Mike Z.
And thank you for listening.
See you later. Talk to you later.